Welcome, friends. This is part 2 of my painting session today. I may have lost my part 1, which was working on Fort Day, but I'm moving along. What I said in the previous video is that since my phone decides to cut me off periodically, I think it's because of memory issues, I'm switching to a different pandemic painting each time the camera cuts me off. And so we started with Fort Day, and now we're moving on to, I think I was calling this one Class Check-In. It's another picture of my son doing distance learning. So we're going to go back. I've already got some paints laid out for what we were doing with Fort Day. I was working on the yoga mat with that. But here I'm going to take that same color and add some more white. I've got cadmium yellow medium and white with a bit of Payne's gray, and I'm laying in the background color for the chair that James is sitting in. Now, unlike the yoga mat from the last video, I can actually go a lot faster because this fabric is stretched over, and so there's not so many wrinkles. I'm going to have to still add in shade and shadow, but it's not as complicated an issue. And my brush that I'm using for brushing away charcoal dust has fallen to the ground. A little bit more medium, a little bit more cadmium yellow medium, a bit more white. It's a high gravity day, isn't it? But yeah, since I've got 4 paintings, that I think that I might push my camera to do 4 painting excerpts. If last time holds true to form, each one will be shorter than the last, but that also means that even though all these paintings were started at the same time, they will gradually slide into being at different stages of the painting production, and that might be kind of interesting for you, the viewer. Now, I do plan on dropping these successive videos so that they come out on different days, even though they're painted all on the same day. And that's because I am really trying to provide a consistent stream of content. And one thing that life has shown is that I do not get a consistent painting time. So if I can at least break up what I'm able to do during my painting sessions and have them drop on different days, then it might be consistent for you, even when it's not consistent for me. That's my hope, that's my desire. We'll see what happens. Okay, and he's sitting on the chair also. And it's wrapping down. And here's where I need my reference photo. There we go. Okay, my reference photo shows that the chair goes all the way over to there. Now I am getting this on some of his flesh tone on his arms. I'm not going to worry too much about that because this is all underpainting and there will be more details and things layered on top at a later point. Getting paint on my sewing table, on the other hand, classifies as a I'd really rather not. There we go. Some paintings I paint on an easel. Some paintings I paint on the flat. I'd say the smaller the painting, the more likely it's going to be painted on the flat. All 4 of these are, gosh, I don't remember for certain. I think they're like 8 by 10s. Okay. Now, you might be wondering, why in the world am I bothering to paint the edges of the canvas? And I might have talked about that a little bit last time, but mostly it makes for a more finished look, and it's just easier to do as you go along rather than trying to do it all later. So I've got the chair blocked in a bit. It's not all the way done. It's not really the color I'm looking for, but I'll be layering in more thin layers later. It's kind of a creamy color. And I'm going to want to be able to get light and shadow worked in here also. There we go. Now, since I'm blocking things in, we also have my son's headphones over here. And those are a blue and silver. See, phthalo blue is a pretty blue. I don't get to use blue often enough. Well, I don't get to use phthalo blue often enough. I bought it for a peacock. And mostly I just feel like using it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my liner. This is my thicker liner. I need more medium. So get it wet. Pick up some white while my brush is still clean. The white is awfully thick today. And I'm going to pull some of the blue away. I know that James's headphones are kind of a light blue, so I don't really want all this blue. That's a lot of blue. There we go. That's more the color I am looking for. Okay. So here's his headphones. He doesn't use his headphones all that much because I like to listen in on his homework and things. I don't so much need it for his class meetings. With his class meetings, I listen in mostly so I know what he's learning in his class. But for his homework, it helps me know that he's on task. He's a rising third grader, and so sometimes he needs his reminders about what he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing. Now I need to double check the headphones themselves. I'm pretty sure that's going to be white there along with the blue. But what I just discovered working with the liner brush is that those bristles really were a little bit long for what I was looking for. I'm going to go with this one next. So get it wet with some medium. Pull some paint down. Now, I typically do not recommend pure white or pure black anywhere in the painting, but I'm going to do that right now just as kind of a placeholder. And I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Don't think it's actually reading like I don't think it's really looking like a headphone yet. I was going to get some black, but I'm going to instead use some Payne's Gray. Let's round out this blue while I've got the pure blue on my brush. So I'm going to use this same brush, pick up some Payne's Gray, mix it with some of the light blue that's already on my brush. I want a lighter than that. So there's a smaller subset. Let's get some more white over here. It's a little bit sticky. Here. There's a lot of pushing and pulling in art. A little bit more of this, a little bit less of that. Until you get something close to what you're looking for, and that'll be good enough for now. And I'm getting paint on my arm. That's glorious. Okay, so that's good enough for now because we're just blocking in. And now we've got his hair, his shirt, his shorts, his table. What do I want to work on next? We're getting close to where I got cut off last time. I've got some blue here. I'm going to get a larger brush and I'm going to blue in his shirt. He's being redistricted, but his last school had a school color that was blue. And this will also tie in with his headphones. I'm painting this on fairly thin because this is a translucent color, and it's better to have more layers of thin paint than fewer layers of thick paint, and that's not true for all painting styles. but it's true for some. And I'm using one of those styles. Now, the complementary color for blue is orange. We're getting that kind of in the chair. But the chair is also kind of on the yellowy side. So maybe I'll give him red shorts. Okay, now I got some paint on his skin over here. Now, I mean, his skin color is not final by any stretch of the imagination. It's not at all what I'm looking for, but we don't want to let that hang out anyway. Okay, this is just blocked in extremely thin. I'll worry about that more later. I said red. I'm gonna go with Crimson Lake. No, I don't want to use Crimson Lake. I want to tie in the same red that I've got over here so that this creates a more unified aspect to the painting. And so that means not Crimson Lake, that means alizarin. That also gives me a better reason for giving him red shorts because it does tie things together. I am not on time lapse. I am on live mic recording. This is painting 2 out of 4.
Oh wait, okay, so that's what I was saying.
Yeah, my phone cuts off periodically. I don't know why. Maybe it's memory. But each time it cuts off, I'm changing paintings. And so this time, I'm working on this painting of you. So I'm giving you red shorts. Do you have red shorts?
No, black.
Well, today, but do you own red shorts?
I do have red shorts.
Yeah, you do have red shorts. And so as
and
far
why
as...
are you giving me white hair? I have black hair.
It's not black. Your hair's not black.
Well, looks like dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And why is not even... I smell something.
Do you smell my paint, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's phthalo blue for the shirt.
Phthalo blue.
I've got alizarin crimson for the shorts to tie in with the background. There we go. Just touching up the background just a touch. Okay. Now I can see that I have a gap in my That's too white. I need a little bit more yellow to try and patch this. It's not patching very well. First it was too white.
First time.
No, it's not.
Really?
Really? It's not.
Is it too much paint?
It's just not matching that well. It's picking up a lot of other colors from a dirty brush.
Does toxic poison get out all the other paint on the brush?
Are you talking about paint thinner?
The toxic stuff.
Paint thinner is toxic. You don't want to drink it. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, paint thinner's entire purpose in life, as far as I'm aware, is to make paint extra thin so that you can clean your brushes. Or take paint off of things. So if I get paint on my shirt, then I say some really bad words, and then I use a little bit of paint thinner to get the paint out, and then I use water to get the paint thinner out. And then I wash my hands just to be extra careful.
So that you don't have poison.
Well, mostly with the paint thinner, you just don't want to breathe it too much, and that's why we've got fans running in here.
Yeah.
And you also don't want to drink it, which is why I drink canned sodas. I drink canned drinks instead of open drinks when I'm painting usually. So you are objecting to your hair. You're not even noticing that your eyes aren't the right color, huh?
Yeah, my eyes are white, even though when my eyes are not white. My eyes are the same color every time in my life. And do you know why I don't care about my life?
What?
But we're not really. Well, it's because when I'm dead, something is still going to be the same.
I think you
The
could.
questions I have is like, am I going to be born in a different mommy? That'd be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
But kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one thing would just go on forever. That's why.
Well.
But I still try to kill because I want something to go on for more and more. Like, I want to grow up because I want to be a meteorologist.
Well.
So hope that I don't die before.
I'm glad that you're not afraid of death, but I do think that you have a lot of living to do before you do that.
Yeah. I think that too.
Yeah. And I think that the reason why you're not afraid of death is because you believe in God and you know that God's going to take care of us all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does make it less scary.
Yeah.
I wonder which brush should I use for your hair? How about this one?
See?
Ah, I'm dropping brushes!
Can I see?
This one.
Oh. Ooh, a small one.
Okay.
Now we're back.
He does not have black hair. This is, I used burnt umber here. That's just a blocking it in kind of thing. Now I'm being very careful with my strokes here because burnt umber is a translucent paint, and so just by having parts of it that are thinner and thicker, you can see that it's creating some texture in the hair just because of the way that I have the brush strokes. It's like when you're coloring with markers and the areas that you color more with, get darker color, darker pigment, and the parts that you color more quickly get thinner pigment, so they're lighter and streakier. And if you don't make your plans to go along with that, then you could find yourself in trouble.
Okay.
Okay, there. You no longer have white hair. Do you feel happier now? Kinda?
And there's my blue eyes.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the working title for this one was. It might have been student check-in or something like that.
Mm.
Or distance learning. I don't know. You know, if I fall in love with the way that this hair is looking, and then I have to paint over it, it's going to be like, ah!
Wait, mine?
Yeah?
Look, okay.
What?
I won't touch the paint, but can you move your arm out of the way?
Yeah?
With my hair, usually I have like something coming down and touching that.
Well, I've got a reference photo around here somewhere. It fell down again. Oh, there it is.
Because mine, look, usually I'm like this.
Uh-huh.
With the thing coming down.
Yeah, well, that thing coming down is over here. See? There you go.
No. It's my left side, and I know that left to you is that, but left to me with that, if it was real life, left to me would be this, so it would actually be like that.
So you're thinking I have the hair swooped the wrong way?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be like this because that's the way that my reference picture has it.
Huh.
So.
I think it's just that it moved.
You think it moved?
Yeah. Maybe that's